have no idea how to tell my boyfriend that him being a Trump supporter gives me the ick, and I'm having a hard time seeing past his beliefs because they feel like a big red flag. We had been together for 2 months, known each other for 3 years before that, and for most of those 3 years, I genuinely liked who he was. He was thoughtful, patient, the kind of person who remembered small things you said in passing and brought them up weeks later just to show he was listening. When things shifted from friendship into something more, it felt natural, easy, like something that was always going to happen eventually. Then I started paying attention to what he actually believed. I am Hispanic. My family immigrated here. I grew up watching my parents work jobs that broke their bodies just to give me a life that didn't. I know what it feels like to sit in a room and hear someone casually say that people like us are ruining this country, and then watch them smile at me 2 seconds later like the words had nothing to do with me. That kind of thing stops feeling abstract very quickly when it is your life they are talking about. The first crack appeared on a random Tuesday night. We were watching a show together when a scene came up involving a woman's body and how pregnancy works. He made a comment agreeing with something that was medically, factually wrong. Not a gray area, not a matter of opinion, just wrong. I explained it. He apologized immediately and said he hadn't known. I believed him, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. He has a sister. He has a mother. He grew up surrounded by women and still managed to reach his 20s without understanding something that basic about half the population. I filed it away and told myself it was one thing. Then immigration came up. He said that all undocumented people should be deported immediately. No exceptions, no nuance. I sat very still and told him that my family came here without documentation at first, that what he was describing would have applied to us. He didn't miss a beat. He said, "But you guys are legal now." Like that was the line separating the people worth protecting from the ones who weren't. Like legality was something people chose freely rather than something determined by systems and timing and circumstance. I didn't argue. I just looked at him and let the conversation end. I told myself it was 2 things. I could handle 2 things. The third conversation is the one I can't stop thinking about. We were talking about a public figure. Assault allegations had been in the news and I brought it up. He said it was all fabricated. I started listing specific incidents, documented ones, things confirmed by multiple people, said on tape, written in court filings. He pushed back on every single one, taken out of context, exaggerated, part of a coordinated effort. I went quiet because I am a survivor, and I was sitting there doing the math in real time. If he could look at that much evidence and still decide it wasn't real, what would he do with mine? If something happened to me and I came to him, would he believe me, or would he find a reason not to? I didn't say any of that out loud. I just sat with it while he kept talking. Eventually, the conversation moved on like nothing had happened. He didn't notice that something in me had gone very still. That night, I thought about all the times I had told myself it was just one thing, just 2 things, just a difference of opinion. I thought about what it means to love someone and also know, clearly and without any doubt, that they see the world in a way that does not fully include you. I made a decision. The next day, I went to his room instead of asking him to come to mine. I did that on purpose. I wanted to be the one who could leave. I told him I needed to end things. He said everything I expected him to say, that he cared about me, that we shouldn't let politics come between us, that every other relationship he had been in never involved this much conversation about beliefs, and it had always been fine. I listened to all of it, and I said, this is not politics to me. This is my life. These are my people. And I cannot be with someone whose beliefs tell me in one way or another that we matter a little less. He asked me to stay, said he needed more time to think, said maybe we could find a middle ground somewhere. I told him I had already found mine, and then I left. I don't feel sad. I thought I would, but I don't. I feel like I can breathe again, like I had been holding something in my chest for weeks and finally put it down. My dad is visiting, and I spent the evening just sitting with him, not talking about any of it, watching something on TV and eating dinner. Some people will say I gave up too easily, that relationships require compromise, but here is what I know. It was not otherwise good. It was good on the surface and quietly not okay underneath, and I spent 2 months trying to convince myself the surface was enough. It wasn't.